Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
Yo, LumioseStation, what is going on? It is NumbNexus here, bringing you guys another Cooking with NumbNexus part. I don't even remember the part. Part Trace. There we go, Trace. And in this episode, I know people have been wondering why they want to learn some new stuff besides just the standard stuff. So I have a very, very, very good team right here. A very good team. I've been trying out this new team. It is an RMT team, and what RMT is a rate my team on the Smogon forums, and basically it's people that already made teams that want you to try them out and see how well they are, because it is rate my team. And I give this team a nice 4 out of 5. Now we're going to talk about checks and counters, because a lot of you guys don't understand checks and counters, and that is what I'm here for. So right now, a check is really just a Pokemon that handles the Pokemon well. Check is more like a wall compared to the Pokemon, while a counter is a Pokemon that destroys the Pokemon. For example, Tyranitar. A check to a Tyranitar, if this Tyranitar did not have Ice Beam, a check to the Tyranitar would be a Gliscor or a Fortress and such and so forth. But Tyranitar does carry Ice Beam and Fire Blast for those two Pokemon. Now, for example, for some reason in this planet Earth, if he did not carry Ice Beam or Fire Blast, those are two perfect checks right there. Now, a counter would be like Lucario, because Lucario can destroy Tyranitar. A counter is more that can destroy the Pokemon. So a counter would be Lucario. A counter would be Azumarill, because Azumarill can one-shot Tyranitar. Another counter could be Garchomp, because Garchomp can also one-shot it with the Earthquake. And that is a check and counter. Some little information that you guys can learn. For example, for the Gyarados right here. A check to the Gyarados would be... Checks are basically Pokemon that wall the Pokemon. Counters Pokemon that destroy the Pokemon. Make sure, guys, to keep that in mind. So a check to the Gyarados would be a Pokemon like... gosh, golly, a Rotom Wash. There we go. Rotom Wash is a check and a counter at the same time. He walls Gyarados till no end. Unless you're Mega, then you can Mold Breaker, Earthquake it, but otherwise, we're not going to get into that. For the Zygarde, a check, a nice check. Well, I mean, we're not doing Gyarados yet, but counter to Gyarados can be like Jolteon. Basically, any electrical Pokemon out there. Yeah, basically any electric Pokemon out there. Jolteon. Electrode, gosh, a lot of electric Pokemon. Basically, Zapdos is a really good one. And for Zygarde, the last one I'm going to be going over, because after I go over these three, I'm sure you should know the rest. But, going over to Zygarde right here, the Zygarde check can be a lot of, like a Gliscor is a very good check. Skarmory is the best check to any Zygarde out there. Zygarde cannot learn Flamethrower. I'm almost positive he can't learn any fire type move at all. Hidden Power Fire does not count. Sunny Day does not count. Nope. You get no fire move at all. So a check to Zygarde would be Gliscor. Skarmory, basically any physical wall out there. Fortress, that's why I put in the Dragon Tail, because the Dragon Tail really can switch out those Pokemon. That way you can get a nice stab, hard hit on them. Even though it won't do that much, it's still damage. Damage at the end of the day. And a counter to a Zygarde can be like any ice type Pokemon or any other kind of a very fast dragon type Pokemon. So Garchomp is a good one. Scarf Flygon, Dragonite, Salamence, a bunch of ice Pokemon as well. Weavile, Abomasnow, Azumarill as well, a lot of fairy Pokemon, a decent amount of water Pokemon too. Rotom Wash is also a really good counter and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys have learned a little something from that. I know you guys probably really want to know a check and counter Rotom Wash, since it's on almost every team. Make sure to pay close attention to this. A check, again, is a Pokemon that walls it to where you really can't do much to it, or you won't be able to do a lot to it. So to the Rotom Wash, a good check, anybody? No? A good check to the Rotom Wash would be a Blissey, a Chansey. Those are very good checks. A Florges is also a very good check to the Rotom Wash. And so forth. Now a counter is a Pokemon that can handle this Pokemon very well. Now a good counter to a Rotom Wash, again, is a Pokemon that can handle it well and can take it out pretty well. So a good Pokemon that's a good check to the Rotom Wash can be Alakazam is a good one because Focus Sash, you can take any one hit if for some reason they're offensive Rotom. And you can just go over the Energy Ball. It's like a combination of the two, and it kind of goes down. Another good counter to the Rotom Wash, I want to say at the same time too, will be Blissey and Chansey. They can stall it out, and the Rotom Wash goes down, as well as the Florges can do that too as well. Florges can learn Calm Mind and Energy Ball, so that thing goes down. Goodra is a very good counter to it, because some people carry Power Whip for the Rotom Wash. I already said Florges. Sylveon is also a check rather than a counter. And that's really it. You really could go on and on, but there are like a limited amount of checks and counters. So really, that's it. Hopefully you guys learned something. But onto the team preview, we got a Mega T-Tar. Really wanted to try out Mega T-Tar. And he has a Sandstream, which doubles his special defense. If you guys do not know about that, the Sandstream really does double the defense of Tyranitar. And let's take a good look at Mega Tyranitar's special defense. Mega Tyranitar's special defense is off the charts. If you look at it right here, he's got special defense of 120. Double that, and he is very bulky. Very bulky. And we do have the Tyranitar right on him as well, just because you kind of need that. And the spread really is just, I usually run the spread all the time. If everybody running max HP, max attack, or speed and attack, I don't know, I really don't recommend speed and attack. It's not the greatest unless you're running a Dragon Dance set, but even then I still would run max HP, max attack for a Dragon Dance set just to take its better, as well as get your speed up. But I run the special defensive set because it's very good. We have max special defense, double that with the with the Megatar, and that is powerful. Now here's something you don't see every day. We have a defensive Gyarados. Defensive Gyarados is very good. I realized the power of it back when I saw a few people use it earlier in the years, but it's not really too common, so don't see it too often. But it really does get rid of sweepers. Basically, Mega Lucario really does get rid of, as well as regular Lucario with the Swords Dance. It also gets rid of Dragonite when they feel like setting up, because a lot of people love setting up against the Gyarados. And the spread is right around here with 248 HP. You want just a little bit in special defense so you can take some special hits like a Leaf Storm or stuff like that, your Giga Drain, quite well than you would if you didn't have any investment at all. And the max defense, because he does have the Intimidate ability, which raises it, where it cuts their attack. Good God, I cannot talk today. Cuts their attack by 1 stage. Now we do have the Zygarde here. Zygarde is very under-relied. You don't see anybody using it at all. I've only seen Unlawful Exile use it, and even PK. Otherwise, no one else has used Zygarde. I really wanted to try him out, and here's his set. I love this set of Zygarde so much. If you want to run a Zygarde set, and you don't want to use Dragon Dance, you want to be the minority like me, then run this set. I recommend this set. You have Earthquake, which is a very powerful ground stab move. Dragon Tail, which also is a powerful stab move. Base power 60 is nothing to be shy about, as well as it gets the checks out of the way, like Skarmory and Gliscor. Really gets them out of there when you want to predict them to switch in it. We got the Substitute, because if you're behind a sub and you got the Coil up, then you're really safe to be here, which boosts your attack, defense, and accuracy by 1 stage. So you won't be missing Dragon Tail too much, because it's going to be hitting 100% after 1 Coil. So the EV spread right here is max HP, max special defense, or not max, 192 investments in special defense, and 64 in attack just for the power. Because 64 attack from an Earthquake with a Coil is nothing to be shy about again. Zygarde has got some very spread out investments. Just don't run a special Zygarde. I don't recommend that at all. You can be the minority and run choice specs, max speed, max special attack, but I don't recommend that. Now we have the Rotom Wash. Again, this is very standard. I didn't really talk about this one. I run a different investment though, just because I put in a little bit more special attack just to get a for sure kill on the Hydro Pumps on like some Pokemon that probably could take one. I don't know who. Maybe to do stronger damage on the T-Tar. Just, it does stronger damage, so it's very respectable. And that's really it. It's just very standard Rotom Wash. I've always been running one, and I don't know if people run offensive one, but this is a very common special defensive one. Now we have again a very common specially defensive Florges, so we don't need to go over this one too much, but it's just a wall. That's it. It's Toxic Wish, Moonblast Protect. It stalls and it does damage at the same time. Moonblast for the damage, Protect when you get the Wish back up, and Toxic so you can keep wishing and protecting, and Moonblast to hinder down many checks out there. many checks and counters. But we got a very standard EV spread as well, so nothing to be shy about. And you could put the 4 in defense, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter to me, as you now have the fortress, which again is very common. But the moveset is a little odd. I usually carry Stealth Rock over the Spikes, but I do have the Stealth Rock on the T-Tar, so I decided to put in Spikes, Rapid Spin to spin the hazards away, Volt Switch to get initiative. I know his special defense is very poor, but literally Volt Switch is only there for the initiative. That is literally it. There's no other reason. And I guess for Gyarados as well, it'd be nice to get a hit off of Gyarados at Volt Switch. And Gyro Ball for the powerful stab. It is horribly slow, so powerful, very powerful stab. And that is wow, that is a nice 10-minute preview. All right, hopefully you guys have learned something. I'm gonna try and teach you guys a lot better than I have than before. So hopefully you guys have learned something. I know I probably should be running a Christmas team. The holidays are coming, and the day my cooking goes up every Thursday, it is like technically Christmas Day, or not Christmas Day, it's the day after Christmas, but you know, if you want to be technical about it. But we glitched. We accidentally went to 2 battles, and I gotta figure out which one I don't want to battle. I definitely don't want to battle this team because he does the Sigaleaf, so I am leaving you. Alright, but this guy's got a very interesting team. I probably should have stayed in the other team. That would have been more fun to battle. It was much more of a challenge. But then again, I feel like this team is a baton pass team to Hawlucha, which is going to be very annoying. But let's see how it works out. We're going to lead off with the Rotom because we do have the Volt Switch initiative. We could lead off with the Fortress, predicting the Espeon, which he actually is going to do. But I don't want to take a Hidden Power Fire, and I don't want to take a Psychic. But he also could lead off with the Hydreigon, which I'm almost positive he's going to lead off with Hydreigon. He leads off with Lucha Libre, the Hawlucha. Now, is he either going to Acrobatic Sub or U-Turn is the question. We have the option of going for the Will-O-Wisp, but he does have a Magic Bouncer. And if you guys don't know, Magic Bounce bounces back any kind of move that's not physical. So it bounces back a lot of status inflicting move and hazard. So Will-O-Wisp, Leech Seed, Toxic, as well as Stealth Rock and Spikes. It is quite the nuisance, but we could just go for the Hydro Pump doing good damage, which I'm actually going to do. Am I fearing the Vaporeon? Not really. Am I fearing the Dusclops? Probably. But I feel like he's going to U-turn onto that. Let's see what happens as he just goes hard switching out to that, predicting the Will-O-Wisp as he carries a Citrus Berry, which I'm actually kind of confused. So we could hard switch out to the T-Tar, because no Espeon can touch a T-Tar, which is I'm actually gonna do. I would Volt Switch, but the Toxic might become imminent and come our way, or he might just set up the screen, so I'm just gonna hard switch out to the T-Tar. Yeah, they probably should put the timer up, but if I hard switch out to the T-Tar, Espeon really has a very limited moveset. Most of the evolutions are limited to around their typing. So many common Psychic types can like dark moves and ghost moves, but no, he's an all-out offensive Espeon, which I have not seen in ages. What I can do just here is Mega Evolve and get the boost, as well as go for the Pursuit. And that is a dead Espeon, but he actually, what I learned, I didn't even know that myself. You Pursuit if they switch out before you Mega Evolve, which actually is, I think it's not that good, because that actually could be bad, because Mega T-Tar has a much higher attack stat, and if I were to pursue someone that possibly could live a regular T-Tar pursuit, I'd rather have more damage. But the high jump kick is coming my way. I can easily go out to the Fortress and just Volt Switch on whatever he wants to switch out into, or he might just want to go for the Swords Dance because the switch is very obvious. We have the option to go out to the Fortress or the Rotom Wash, or predict and stay in going for the Ice Beam. Ice Beam is much riskier as he just could go for the safe high jump kick. Now he did have the option to sub Swords Dance if he is even that set. I can't talk today. But he lost his Espeon, which now we can put up hazards now very safely, and it hits everybody but the Hydreigon and Gliscor, as well as the Hawlucha. So really, we want to get rid of his 2 walls, and his 2 walls will be very good to take rid of. He's most likely going to U-turn out here into his Hydreigon. Now, it is much safer to go for the Volt Switch than to go for the Spikes. So I'm going to go actually for the Volt Switch as he goes for the Sky Attack. And that is really weird. He flinched me as well. He has the Power Herb Sky Attack. Now that is very standard to run that on Aerodactyl. but I've never seen that on Hawlucha. Then again, I've rarely ever seen a Hawlucha, so that's alright. I'm now going to set up the spikes. I am now having the option to just forcefully go for the spikes now because he didn't flinch me and that was a turn wasted on my side. So I have to fight back aggressively and go for the spikes. I know he has absolutely no rapid spinner, so I can set up all the hazards that I want, and he really cannot get rid of them. He really cannot. And looking at the position we are in, we're doing a nice 6-5. We are in a position where we can't just go for the spikes, but at the same time, we could go for the Volt or Gyro. I do feel like the Hydreigon is coming. That'd be a much better play than to just stay in and go for the Sky Attack. I resist that, and oh no, I don't. I'm Bug. I don't resist that. It does neutral damage, but at the same time, it would have been. He goes for the Sky Attack again. Now I don't know what this guy is thinking. He just gave me the option to set up all my hazards. I would have been much happier battling the other guy. I would have been much happier battling the other guy. But I guess you learn a little thing or two each day as he just keeps going for the Sky Attack. And I don't know if Sky Attack, it's an automatic flinch, but it does. As he just forfeits. And I really don't want to satisfy you guys just destroying this guy because he was really bad. So let's get another match going on because I probably should have battled the other guy. That match was also very quick. So, and we were only at like 16 minutes, so. Alright, now we got a good team. We have this guy's got a very good team. I'm not 100% positive we can defeat this team. I am really not. But now we gotta observe his team. He's got the Mega Cario, the Mega Chomp, or the Mega T-Tar. Now looking at his standard, there is absolutely no reason to run a regular Lucario. And I really wish they'd ban him. He's being banned at the moment, but I'd really wish he would have already been banned. He's very powerful and break through any wall core. And as you can see, the Lucario does a damper to my team. He can take out 3 Pokemon on my team quite well. The Zygarde, the Rotom Wash, and the Tyranitar. And I kind of need all 3 of those Pokemon. What I want to do is get rid of the Cario and Garchomp first, and I'll feel much more safe. The Alakazam is not much of a problem. I can take a hit with the T-Tar and kill with the Pursuit. As we should just probably lead off with our Rotom predicting his Rotom lead. Or the Cario lead, as he just leads off with the Cario. So we can't do just go straight for the Will-O-Wisp. If he is a special Cario and goes for the Nasty Plot here, which I'm fearing, no, he just goes straight for the close combat. If he sees a raw power of Mega Lucario, hopefully we don't miss, and we don't. But yeah, that is a very powerful Mega Pokemon. That thing almost took out our defensive Rotom. So now what I can do here is go out to the Gyarados. I would Intimidate on it, and I am max HP, max defense. I should not be fearing anything. And if you look at that damage, I do resist, and that is just gorgeous. Mega Lucario cannot touch our Gyarados. So now what we have to do here is we do have the option of him being mixed, going for the Dark Pulse for some odd reason, or going out to his Gliscor. Or Rotom Wash. I would more predict the Rotom Wash than that. So what we can do is just go for the Roar here. He needs his Cario, so we're safe to go for the Roar. I just go out to the Rotom Wash. We can't just go for the Roar. Hopefully we're out to the Chomp, which we do. So now what I have the option here is either to go out to the Fortress, but nowadays Garchomp does carry Fire Blast, much more common nowadays. So I want to just stay in and Roar again. That is much safer play than to just go out to my Fortress. If my Rotom Wash is at a higher amount of HP, I would have gone out to that, but I cannot. I just go for the Stone Edge. I do take that quite well. I'm just going to Roar him out as he comes out to the T-Tar. Now I do have the option here to go out to my Rotom and sack it, because I know he's going to put up Stealth Rock, or I do have the option to go out to my Zygarde. Now I don't know if he carries the Ice Beam, but I would rather have a safe switch into my Zygarde than to go to my Fortress. But this guy just leaves. Got to go. He left in the middle of the match. I really wanted to play around with this guy, see where it was going. He was pushing me off a cliff, but I really could have came back. I really did. I was 2 steps ahead of him. I really could have came back, but I guess that's really it. The team really didn't get much glory, but I guess that's really it. I mean, we could get another match, which we're definitely doing. We are definitely getting another match. And if you guys are wondering about my sprite, he grabs Yo Girl with a net. So that's why I have Bugsy. As I'm just going to leave that tab open and get the laddering, as we're going to look for a match, because we have had 2 horrible matches straight in a row. A guy leaving with a great team and now we have another bad match. Ooh, okay, but Pyroar, really wondering why Pyroar Quagsire, but he does have a Sticky Webber, so I'm guessing that he really wants to sweep with the Mega Gyarados or the Metagross. So 2 Pokemon we need to get rid of right there. The Blissey will be annoying. Pyroar poses no threat at all compared to our team. As we can just lead off with the Rotom. If I was Overcoat, I would have definitely let off with the Fortress, but I know the Smeargle lead is very, very, very obvious. What I can just do here is go for the Willow just to burn it, because you never know. Actually, wait, there's no reason to burn it at all. I'd rather just Hydro. As he goes for the Spore, we have the Chesto, so our Chesto was wasted, and we do miss a Hydro. So looking at here, things are not looking too good. They are really not looking too good. We definitely need our Rotom. So I'm going to go out to my Florges and let that thing go to sleep, as I'm now going to come out into my Zygarde. And this is a great opportunity to go out to the Zygarde, because now as he sets up Stealth Rock, he really cannot touch our Zygarde now that we have someone already asleep. We can just go behind a substitute, set up a coil, and basically seem to wreak havoc on his team, because no one can break our sub. Maybe he's got the Roar, oh my god, it just came straight to the Gyarados. That is a big threat as he Mega Evolves here and sets up a Dragon Dance. We now have a big threat right in our face, and he is Mold Breaker, so could this be a problem? He goes for the substitute, playing much ahead of ourselves. Now we have to actually stop and think. We have to stop and think. We can't just come out into our own Gyarados here, which he goes for the Waterfall, gets a crit. That was a critical hit damage, and that didn't even do that much. We can just go for the Roar. Big threat that we have to get rid of, and I don't like that Mega Gyarados. I really don't. He goes for the Ice Fang, still taking it. Hopefully we don't get to freeze, and we don't. As I can just go for the rest here. I do not fear Metagross at all. That Mega Gyarados really did catch me off guard. I didn't stop and think. The Mega Gyarados really did catch me off guard. It really did catch me off guard. The Mega Gyarados really makes his team. As I'm going to go for the rest, I'm not afraid of the Thunder Punch. I don't even see it coming if he goes for the Zen Headbutt. Does a respectable amount of damage, as I now can come out into my Rotom Wash and proceed to burn this thing. As the Zen Headbutt does a 50%. So that does a lot of damage. If I'm not mistaken, Metagross, Rotom Wash, we do outspeed. We don't even need speed investments, and he could be running max speed and still outspeed us, but I doubt it, as we can just go for the burn. We unfortunately miss. What the hell? A lot of hacks right here. A lot of hacks. Though I'm not afraid of the Pyro. We can't just come with a T-Tar on that, so I'm not afraid if he switches that in, as he does. Again, I'm not afraid of that Pyro. It was much safer to go for the Willow than to go for the Hydro, predicting the Pyro, because Pyro poses no threat at all. It was horribly unfortunate. We are really getting hacked out here. I mean, you got the crit with the Gyarados. We got the miss as he goes for the Hyper Voice. Does not do any damage at all. We can proceed to Mega Evolve and go for the Stealth Rock. I doubt his Pyroar carries the what's the move is called? Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I doubt it carries Will-O-Wisp. But I'm assuming that he wants to go for the Toxic. I really don't want to get my Zygarde poisoned, because Zygarde really is the way. I have 2 Pokemon asleep, and I don't like that at all. I really don't. So what I can't do, I don't know if he's special or physical with the Scald or Waterfall. But it's much safer to go out to my Gyarados than it is to go out into my Florges. I'm going to go out to Gyarados here as I get the Intimidate, and he goes for the Toxic, which I kind of figured that he would go for. I can go for the Sleep Talk here and proceed to Roar or Waterfall. I'm assuming he's unaware. I really am, because there's no reason to bring in a Quagsire on Tyranitar. He might have predicted, well, there is a really good reason, but he might have predicted me to go for gosh, I cannot think today. Might have predicted me to go for the Dragon Dance, because Dragon Dance is very obvious, as then I can come out to my Fortress here and swallow any hit that he has. I want to just go for the Volt Switch on the Metagross, because he is locked. He's not locked in. And I don't think he carries Fire Punch at all. This guy's team actually turns out to be a much bigger problem. and we won that match. The guy was really high. I really wanted to battle him now, but we are battling this annoying team. The Gyarados is very obvious. Not really very obvious, but it was somewhat expected. So what I actually can do is I have to sack my Rotom. I really do. I really do have to sack the Rotom. I don't have much other options to do. I have to let the Rotom die. And I have to let the Rotom die. I have to let someone die because I know a substitute will come my way if I don't. And I kind of need the Mega T-Tar. I don't think I could... Or what am I talking about? What am I talking about? My Mega T-Tar is walled by that Gyarados. I think Zygarde actually outspeeds. Yeah, 95 Mega Gyarados. 81 now, but he does run max speed. We run no speed investment at all, and he carries the Ice Fang. Really don't want to deal with that. We can come onto our own Gyarados then and proceed to go for a Sleep Talk and just roar the thing out if he wants to go for the sub D-Dance, Waterfall, and Ice Fang. My Rotom Wash really did wall him well. Don't get the rest. Don't get the rest. We got the Waterfall. We got the Waterfall. My Rotom Wash really did wall him very well. It walled him till no end. And I really needed Rotom Wash. He took out like 3 of his Pokemon, but now the Metagross really did hacks us out. We missed on the Metagross as well as him doing a lot of damage, more damage than I expected. I really forgot that he's horribly powerful. Hopefully we don't wake up, and we do wake up, so he ends up forfeiting because I guess we do have him in a pickle. And again, I don't know why everyone keeps forfeiting, but that'll be GG. The team is very good. It's a very bulky offensive team. We have a bulky Gyarados. Really the most offensive thing on the team is the Zygarde and the Rotom Wash. So that's really it. But that's gonna be it. So 3 battles that we ended up winning. One where I was not positive if we can win, but he had a very good team, but he had to G2G. So if you guys enjoyed that, leave that huge like. Make sure to check out all the LumioStation conductors. And until the next time, guys, I will see you all later.